My name is Ivy Coffey, and I worked here 25 years, plus 3 years after retirement as book editor. I started as women's editor, and through the years was fortunate enough to have a number of different kinds of work. The most dramatic, fantastic job I had was a year I spent in Washington working with Alan Cromley in the Washington Bureau. It was a kind of a wonderland. You could walk into, you could get an appointment with an attorney general as fast as you might get a sheriff in Canadian County. People would talk to us because Oklahomans were known very well that year, since Carl Albert was the Speaker of the House. Probably the most dramatic thing of my year in Washington was an interview with Robert Kennedy. I think he would have made a wonderful president. While I was waiting on Robert Kennedy, who after all was busier than I was, I just sort of marveled that I was sitting in this office of this wonderful man. And he had a number of children, as you probably know, and 4 little boys came running into the office while I was and ran up to ask me my name and why I was there and who I was. And they had a big jar of candy, and they picked out a piece one by one and said, "Don't eat that, that's sour, here." So they personally picked out my candy that day. So by the time I got to talk to their father, I was happy that I could hardly talk to him. I mean, I was just thinking, this is Washington, and here I am, and look what's going on.